Test. Mic one.
Audio check. Test, test, test.
Microphone test. Microphone 2. Wethersfield, Newington, Varsity Girls Soccer.
All right, microphone 1 test. Microphone 1 test. Just about 5 minutes till game time.
Mic test. Mic 2. Wethersfield versus Newington Girls Varsity Soccer.
Mic 1 check. Mic 1 check.
Mic test. Wethersfield Girls Soccer. Mic 2.
All right, mic 1 test. Mic 1 test.
Mic test. Mic 2.
Mic 1, mic 1. Test, test, test. Again.
Mic test, game just about to start. We're just setting up our final audio.
Wethersfield girls soccer at Newington.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Newington High School. It is the rescheduled game, the rivalry game, Wethersfield at Newington. Started last Friday, but got rained out just about the midway point of the first half. So we start again on a beautiful sunny Friday afternoon. The early matinee here today, and it's first of a doubleheader on Athletics WHS. Girls right now against Newington, followed at 3:45 by the boys game from Catone taking on Summers. The regular season finale for both teams. But for the girls today, it is win and they're in. A victory today would give the senior class their third consecutive CCC North Division title and send the Eagles into next week's CCC Conference Tournament. A loss, and the Eagles are out of the conference tournament. A tie, and, well, things get really interesting as three teams would finish ostensibly at 4-0-2 within the division. Wethersfield looks to be the odd team out based on the lottery system there. So the Eagles need to get the victory today to advance and take that third consecutive CCC North Division crown. We are high above the playing surface here in Newington. Video will be challenged today. We are locked in a single location in the corner of the field, trying to stay out of the way of fans, spectators, and the like. We do not have a scoreboard today, so we'll try to remember to update regularly on the score. We're going to try to keep time a bit ourselves because no clock at our disposal either here. But it is a beautiful sunny day, and the Eagles are about to take the field. These two teams played in Wethersfield back on October 10th. That was a scoreless tie. It has been Wethersfield's series of late. The Eagles have now taken 8 of the last 12 regular season meetings against the Nor'easters, but not able to come away with a victory back on October 10th, and that leads to this one being the game for all the marbles here as the CCC North Division title on the line. Wethersfield won it last year in dramatic fashion as Kathleen Brush had the hat trick for the home finale as Wethersfield knocked off the Nor'easters 3-0 to claim that title a year ago. And this year trying to add another championship division title and berth in the conference tournament. I'm joined by Tom McCarter today, and we hope that the audio is going to be okay. We know the video is going to be a little bit far away, so we'll try to describe the action. But Tom, what do you expect to see today out of this one?
Well, anytime Newington and Wethersfield get together for any sporting event, it's a rivalry game. And for it to be the last game of the season for Wethersfield, second to last for Newington, with conference rights on the line, this is going to be an all-timer. We know that.
Newington, as you mentioned, it is not their final game. They've got another one on the calendar tomorrow against Bloomfield. So they would need at least a tie here today and a win in that game tomorrow to move on to the conference tournament. Wethersfield, though, can get it all squared away with a victory here today. The Eagles will be in their road whites, silver shorts. Newington and their home blues. Both teams begin to break the huddles. Officials have met with captains. We're just about to get underway. It was scheduled for a 1:30 kickoff. We'll be pretty close to that. It appears Wethersfield already going to take the field. sparse but growing crowd here on the grass fields here at Newington High School. That was the issue last Friday, as the natural turf just not able to take the rain. Wethersfield had built a 1-0 lead in the first half of that one, but that gets erased and essentially did not happen. We start from scratch, 0-0, 80 minutes of soccer to go today. That same Friday last week, a week ago, Wethersfield's boys team was able to get their full game in playing on the turf at Catone. That's one they probably wish they could have a do-over on, as Newington took that one 2-0 a week ago. The Eagles boys team has bounced back, and they'll look to close out the regular season later this afternoon with a second consecutive victory. Girls team trying to stay not only in contention here for the CCC conference tournament next week, but as important, if not more important, trying to stay in the upper half of the seeding for the upcoming Class L state tournament. Upper half of the seeding means a home game in the first round at least. So here we go, the Eagles.
If you saw that there, Lauren, Darrell, and Emma Malarkey were waving to the camera, so saying hi to our 5 viewers right now. Let's go over the lineup, Dave. Looks like we've got Kayla Ward up top. She's taking the kickoff. She's joined with Burnell and Cruz up high. And Sapala there with the ball. In the back is DeStefani, along with normal staples Daly and Darrell, with Malarkey out wide. And Avery Ford is right in front of them. I think that's all. And Riley Keenan net.
All right, we talked about this being a rivalry series. Only 4 miles separates the two schools. Players know each other quite well from club soccer and growing up on the youth circuit. Newington, actually, last victory in this series came 2 years ago, October 15th, 2021. They got a 2-1 win at Catone. That's actually Wethersfield's last loss against a CCC North Division opponent. Eagles look to keep that streak alive here. Again, Wethersfield, as you squint to see our view here, we got a nice view right now. Wethersfield on the defensive end in the road whites. We'll have a good view from our vantage point of Wethersfield's offensive attack in the second half. We're just underway, though, just over a minute into this one, based on our totally unofficial timing running here on the clock. We've got a little bit of contact there. That's going to draw a whistle. It'll be a free kick for Wethersfield, trying to move the ball to the other end. So far, all the action has been here in Newington's offensive half. Nor'easters and Eagles battle to a scoreless tie. As we mentioned back on October 10th, Wethersfield had taken a 1-0 lead in the partial game that got played last Friday, October 20th, but starting anew here, we're scoreless, just a couple of minutes into the action here from Newington. We did not get any pregame announcements, no festivities or pageantry. We just got right to the soccer. And scoreless game so far, just over 2 minutes in. Crowd starting to file in here. We're on the grass field, no bleachers, so if you're coming out to the game, bring a chair. Unless you like to stand like we're doing. You went through most of the Eagles lineup. Riley Keene is in net today. One of the captains for this team, along with Ford, Ward, and Darrell. That ball gets over the sideline. It's going to be throw for Newington. Action has finally moved down in the other half of the field, which is worse video for us, but better if you're an Eagles fan. Wethersfield wants the ball down there. Nice header by Daly. Pressure there as Barnett chases after it. A lot of contact, draws a whistle. Looks like we got a hooking call. That's going to go in favor of the Eagles.
I missed Jillian Burnett in the starting lineup. My apologies.
Well, we'll see if we can excuse you for that, Tom. The pressure is on today. Everybody's a little nervous. This is a game for all the marbles.
Ooh.
Good battle right near the midline. Pressure from Barnett. Newington trying to maintain control toward the sideline. Goes over the sideline. It's going to go Newington way, according to the official. So we'll have a throw coming in front of the spectator sideline. Sun is at an interesting angle at this point. We can see Riley Keene in net, putting her hand above her eyes to try to shield a little bit. Tough angle if one is coming at her at this point. So Wethersfield's back line hopefully going to keep shots away from Riley and the net at this point. Newington trying to keep the ball alive on that far side. They do. Kayla Ward unloads with the left foot, finds Burnell. She's battling for it there. It gets pushed off the ball. Still in control, though. Going to tap it back. Burnell now down the sideline. Approaches the official. Oh, thought we'd kept the ball in bounds, but the official thought otherwise, and that's the opinion that matters on that one. Throw coming for Newington. Nor'easters, as Wethersfield has found a bit of its formation here. More of the action in the Wethersfield offensive half of the field. So at this point, we're just about 4.5 minutes in. 35-30-ish, we'll say, remaining, as we do not have the official clock, and there is not one running for us. But approaching the 5-minute mark here in this scoreless first half, Wethersfield in white, moving away from our vantage point. Newington in blue coming at us for the first half. Here come the Nor'easters trying to mount an attack. Lauren Darrell on the defensive side for Wethersfield. Ball played ahead down the right side. We've got now the arm up. That took a little while for that call to come. We weren't sure if it was going to, but offside is the call. Looks like, based on the official's motion, about a yard or so offside. So it'll be a free kick for Wethersfield. Daly's going to line it up. Daly and Darrell, the linchpins of that defense, the two center backs. DeStefani is out left. Emma Malarkey is out right. Avery Ford, midfield, trying to maintain control for Wethersfield. Gets away. Zapala gave chase, but Newington's going to throw in front of the Wethersfield bench. Now trying to move the ball forward. Darrell is there, settles it, sends it forward to Avery Ford, now to Jillian Barnett, back to Ford. Wethersfield trying to cross the midline. They do so, but Newington waiting for the ball there near the center circle. Ball played through by Newington. Still near the midline. Nor'easters now with a left-footed ball going all the way down, and that's going to get to Riley Keene. She will scoop it up inside the 18. No pressure coming from Newington on that one, so Riley Keene will take the punt. High ball toward the center of the field. Bounces once. Looks like Burnell got a touch on it. Ford sends it now. Burnell gives chase. It's going to be cleared to the side by Newington. Pressure from Wethersfield. Ball gets away. Good step by DeStefani to get to it, but it looks like it'll go out of bounds off of her right near the Newington bench. Throw coming for the Nor'easters.
Ford's had a couple of nice passes trying to set the offense up on their first shot on goal. You hear Coach Tony Leone say a few times, good idea, good idea. So he likes her making those passes, hopefully springing some of the forwards so Wethersfield can get some shots and some goals.
First couple of minutes, we're all here in the Newington half. Wethersfield has turned that around a little bit, probably has moved ahead in the possession battle in terms of where the ball has been, but neither team has generated anything close to a shot, much less a shot on goal yet. We're still scoreless. We are just about 7 minutes into the action, a little over 33 minutes remaining in this first half on a gorgeous sunny Friday afternoon. Hard to believe it is late October. Almost 70 degrees, we believe it was at game time. Kayla Ward now with a nice move to pull the ball back. Gets in, puts her right foot on it. That's deflected by Newington. They're going to clear it out toward the midline. Gets over into the backfield. Lauren Darrell chasing it down for Wethersfield. Number 3 for Newington, one-on-one now. Good defensive pressure from Darrell. Here's a left-footed ball deflected by Darrell. Looks like it went back off of the Newington player. Right-footed shot in toward the 18. Keene is going to watch it go. That goes over the end line. That should be a goal kick for Wethersfield. It is. Nice defense there from Lauren Darrell.
Yeah, good shot block there. Wasn't a great spot from Newington to shoot from, but she knew the cross was coming through. Lauren got her body in front of it, and Wethersfield escapes.
Wethersfield played that well, did not give up the end line on the initial attack, and that forced the cutback. And as you said, shot from not really the greatest angle there. Keene able to watch it go out of bounds. That one goes over the end line as well, off of Newington, so we'll have another goal kick here for Riley Keene. She'll take the auxiliary soccer ball and lay it off for Julia Daly, who will do the goal kick honors. Wethersfield trying to find the formation, see if they can mount an offensive attack. Daly lets that one fly, goes over to her Coach Leone and the bench. Burnell gets to it. Alana Burnell taps it back, tries to find Daly. Nice step. That was a dangerous pass. Nice step there from Newington. And the officials say we kept it in bounds, so that ball goes toward the net. Tapped out of there by Jillian Barnett. Newington still threatening, though. Outside the 18. A lot of contact. Down goes something. And it looks like we do have a PK. We're going to stop the clock, so we'll try to do the same thing on our unofficial clock here.
Yeah, a little bit of contact from behind there. The Newington player goes down. The referee was maybe 15 feet away from it. So right on top of it. Easy call from the referee's perspective. Newington has a penalty chance early on here.
All right, so a penalty kick coming up for Newington. This is the first real offensive threat of the game. It's scoreless so far. We're just about 8.5 minutes in unofficially. Clock stopped at about 31:22. Newington lines it up, whistle blows. Riley Keene is ready. She bounces. Ball goes low and right into the back of the net. And hard to defend that one. That was a beautifully placed corner kick. Not necessarily blasted full force, but placed extremely well in the bottom corner. And Newington is on top with the penalty kick goal at the 31, we'll call it the 31-22 mark. Nor'easters up 1-0.
One thing to comment on early on, Lauren Darrell all season long has taken all of the goal kicks for Wethersfield. She's probably got the strongest leg on the team, but you see that left leg wrapped, and she hasn't been the one that's taken some of these early kicks for Wethersfield, so she's clearly not at 100%.
So for the home Nor'easters, a great start to this one. We are not even 9 minutes in, and they're already on the board off the penalty kick. A lot of action inside the 18 as Wethersfield not able to clear after the goal kick. Nice ball played ahead by DeStefany. A lot of action up there as Cruz tries to chase it down. Looks like it'll go over, and that'll be a corner kick set piece coming for Wethersfield. Emma Malarkey will trot up to grab the ball. She'll take it from the, well, not the farthest corner from where we are, but if you can see, that is Emma Malarkey. Right back for Wethersfield, going to take it. Eagles have a fair amount of action, looks like across the top of the 18. Going to play a short ball in, comes to Darrell. She's going to make the turn, sends across, low line drive, gets through, but nobody able to get a foot on it. Looks like that's Sapala that stepped to it. DeStefany sends it back. Sapala now back to DeStefany. Here's a left-footed shot as she goes down, lost her footing. Not a lot of contact there. It looks like just a turf issue as she went down, didn't get all of what she wanted behind that kick. So Wethersfield denied there, trail it 1-0. Newington ahead 1-0 as we are just over 10 minutes in, a little under 30 minutes remaining here in this first half from Newington. Good step by Malarkey. Gets the ball into the middle of the field where Ford is waiting for it. Malarkey a little gingerly after that play. Tom, as a former player, what is the most drastic difference playing on natural grass as opposed to turf, which is where most of the games are played for these teams?
I think the biggest difference is the speed of the game. You know, Wethersfield, that first corner kick, I was surprised they went with a ball on the ground. But, you know, Wethersfield practices and plays on turf, and so many of their games are on turf, that you get used to the ball going much, much faster. And this grass is pretty good and thick. It is short, but everything is going to go slower that's on the ground. So, you know, sometimes we saw a pass back from Wethersfield early on that was a giveaway. At Catone, that might be a ball that makes it to Riley Keene. So you just got to make sure that your passes are a little bit firmer, you hit the ball a little bit hard if it's going to be on the ground, if you want it to get there.
So whistle blows, free kick will come for Newington here. Nor'easters lead it 1-0. Just about 28:45 remaining here in the first half. Plenty of soccer still left to be played, but again, the Eagles need a win to take the CCC North Division title and claim their berth in next week's conference tournament. Sapala sends the ball forward, tries to get it to Ward. That's cleared out of there by Newington. It's going to go Wethersfield way. DeStefany now scoops it up for a quick throw. Two-hopper in to Avery Ford. Challenged quickly by Newington. A good tackle there as the Nor'easters try to take it away. DeStefany with the ball played into the 18. Nobody there for Wethersfield. That's going to go over the in-line. It'll be a goal kick coming for Newington.
We wanted to give a shout out to Pete and Carol watching all the way across the pond in Portsmouth, England. Thanks for tuning in. You undoubtedly are the farthest viewers watching right now.
No, we think so. But if you're wherever you're watching from, if you're watching today from the comfort of your home or somewhere else, feel free to drop a note in the chat. We'll review those at halftime and hopefully give some more shout outs in the second half. Right now, though, we've got just about 27 and a half minutes before we get to halftime. It's 1-0 Newington, a penalty kick goal that came just about 9 minutes in. We'll call it unofficially. It was the 31-22 mark, I believe.
Sorry, it was Newington's number 11 that put that in. We don't have a numerical roster for them, so number 11 for Newington. In case you remember that from last game. Do you remember who number 11 is?
I do not remember that from last game, but maybe we can find out at halftime and give proper credit there. We, as Tom said, we tried to do some pregame prep. Nice left-footed kick in toward the 18. Newington defends well, tries to clear out. Good high leg there from Avery Ford, trying to keep it alive for Wethersfield. Ball comes back. Pressure from Malarkey. Darrell's going to get to the ball. Taps to the sideline and just past the reach of Emma Malarkey. It's going to go over the side. Throw coming for Newington.
These sidelines aren't very well defined, so if a referee is far away from where the ball goes out of bounds, I could see them making a mistake at some point.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, and especially with the sun, it is not easy to see how the field is defined when we get much farther than midway for us here. Kayla Ward now with the ball for Wethersfield. Wethersfield trying to see if they can even this one up. That ball goes high and wide right. Looks like it'll go over the end line, and that will be a goal kick for the Nor'easters. And looks like a little action on the Wethersfield bench as potentially Coach Leone will look to some fresh faces to come in and try to make a difference in this one. Wethersfield's had some decent possession, but nothing on goal, nothing really even in the form of a shot yet. The Eagles trail it 1-0. Just about 14 and a half minutes gone by our unofficial clock here. 25:30 remaining here in the first half. Ball is played over the sideline. That should be a throw coming for Wethersfield. And there is Mark Malarkey going to roll the ball to his daughter Emma and get this one back into the action. Throw comes into Avery Ford. She's defended well. Has to play it back. Daly with a quick touch. Looking for Sapala. She's able to control the ball through the center circle. Here's Ford now trying to cross the midline for the Eagles. Looking for Kayla Ward. Taps it back, and Malarkey will get to it. Tries to get the touch over to Emma Cruz, and that gets away from the Eagles. Another turnover for Wethersfield. Gives the ball back to Newington. Throw comes in for the Nor'easters. Good pressure by Malarkey. Ball played ahead. Daly lets it go. DeStefani has to come all the way across from the other side of the field. Does so nicely. Crosses and gets the ball out over the sideline so the Eagles defense can reset. Throw coming in the attacking third here now for Newington. Short throw. They've tried to run a lot of the offense through number 3. If my memory serves me correct, that is Avery Bonet, but do not quote me on that one. Again, we did not get a numerical roster. All we got was a listing of names, which doesn't really help us with a team we're not as familiar with. Goal kick coming for Wethersfield. Interestingly, Tom, this one Lauren Darrell is going to take. The wrap and the injury appears to be more on the left leg, so she'll boot this one with her right foot. Wethersfield waits for it. The officials are ready. Short ball played out here to Emma Malarkey. Here comes the pressure now from Newington. Malarkey up to Jillian Barnett. She makes a nice turn, gets away from one defender, moves the ball, gets away from that defender again, sends the ball forward. You're going to make it through. That's Bonfiglio. Kayla Bonfiglio into the game now up front. Wethersfield trying to maintain control, keep the ball in the offensive half. Barnett had a couple of tussles there near the midline. Ball played ahead. Bonfiglio chases down. Newington looks like they will get to it first, play it toward the corner. Goes over, and let's see what we got. I think it's going to be a throw very near that corner for the Eagles. See if we can catch all of the substitutions that went into the game here. We did not get any. There's no PA. There's no press box.
I think
there's
that was
no bleachers.
Shackner that just took the throw in, I believe.
All right, so we got at least Shackner and Bonfiglio have moved into the game for Wethersfield.
Good ball.
DeStefani trying to get to a good step, though, from Newington. Nice battle one-on-one over there. Wethersfield still with it, though. Ford going to play it back. Barnett now. has to turn, sends it back to Lauren Darrell. She's got plenty of space to operate. Let's see where she decides to go with it. Low line drive, trying to play it across. Good idea to try to switch fields, but Newington able to step to it. Avery Ford wins the ball back for Wethersfield. Here's Barnett, quick touch. Over to Sapala. Nice job to turn the ball back and to get to Barnett. Sends it across now. That's Shackner. Going to play all the way back to Darrell. She cuts it across to Julia Daly, who's just outside the center circle. Got plenty of space to operate. Take some of that. Sends the ball forward. A lot of collision there. A lot of collision. There was a collision. A lot of contact. Down goes a Wethersfield player, but no whistle from the officials. We play on. Ball played backward by Newington in toward the 18. Their keeper has to get rid of it quickly with the left foot. She does. Avery Ford steps to it for Wethersfield. Here's an opportunity now as that ball is booted with the left foot. One hopper right to the keeper.
Those are the most dangerous plays on grass, is when you play it back to your own keeper. If you don't hit it hard enough, it's going to be a breakaway for the other team.
So we're just about 18 minutes in. We got about 21:50 remaining here in the first half from Newington. It's a 1-0 game. Newington on top of Wethersfield off a penalty kick, just about 9 minutes into this one. Wethersfield still looking for their first shot of the day. We've had one set piece for the Eagles, but that did not result in a shot. Nice step there by DeStefani. Sends the ball over into the Newington bench and gets away, but looks like that's Coach Wilkinson going to chase it down. Nice boot back into the play. So a throw comes for the Nor'easters. Wethersfield, outside of that one defensive effort, which really resulted from a turnover in the backfield, the defense has shored up, and a lot of the action has been down in the other half of the field. But Newington seeming to give up the middle of the field, but tightening up very much so once Wethersfield gets closer to the goal. And Newington now will take a throw. So we get a nice loud truck driving by our broadcast position here.
And a bee crawling on our camera.
We've got all the good stuff here today. Quick throw there from DeStefani, but Newington able to take it away. Nice step from Avery Ford. Julia Daly gets it, settles, sends it up to Sapala. Eliana Sapala over to Avery Ford now. Switching fields, trying to find Shackner. She's in the middle of the field, left foots it. Tries to get back to Sapala. She got to it, but the ball gets away. Newington's got a handle on it. High ball played across the midline as they go to switch fields. DeStefani's going to have the shield there. The ball goes out of bounds. Throw for the Eagles. Quickly inbounds. And a lot of battling happening right near the midline. Into the center circle we go to Shackner. Down she goes. That's the second time we've seen a Wethersfield player seeming to have issue with the turf here. Shackner turns that ball, sends it. Nice run for Bonfiglio developing, but there's a good step at the last second by the Newington back line.
Yeah, another thing about the grass conditions, some players choose to wear different cleats depending on the surface. So, you might have some players wearing their turf cleats here, and they might not be ideally suited for soft grass.
We've seen both Shackner and DeStefani earlier as they tried to really mount that foot to get a good solid kick. Have a little trouble with the turf, so hopefully the Eagles will be able to adjust to that. It's beautiful grass, though. I would take this in my front yard any day. Of course, I don't want to mow this much of it if I don't have to. Here's a kick in toward the 18. That's going to be into the arms of the Newington keeper. It looked like Emma Malarkey came up from the back and took that one.
Good hustle by Bonfiglio. If the Newington goalie gave up a rebound there, she was right in her face.
And those are the kind of plays that may be the difference in a game like this one where these two teams seem fairly evenly matched. We talked about the scoreless tie earlier. It's 1-0 right now. Wethersfield desperately trying to get this ball out of here. Good ball played through. Malarkey's going to have the shield. That's going to get into the 18. Riley Keene there to scoop it up. So she lays it down. Lauren Darrell is going to take it. Up ahead now to Shackner. Let's see if she sends Malarkey. Had the idea, but Malarkey didn't go on that overlap. Coach Leone not happy with that ball handling right there. Here is another deep throw for Newington. Poked out of bounds by Emma Malarkey. Nor'easters trying to challenge and add to their 1-0 lead. We've gone past the midway point of the first half. Just about 18 minutes remaining in the first half of this one. Lauren Darrell with a touch, trying to play it ahead. Bonfiglio comes back to it. Now to Avery Ford. Wethersfield looking to make a run. Burnell had a run going down the middle. Unfortunately, Wethersfield not able to get the ball up to her. Sapala has it now. Left foots it, sends it up, tries to find Burnell. Still squirts ahead in front of the Newington bench, but the Nor'easters will control. Ball played back toward the midline. Stephanie ran past it, and it looks like Wethersfield's going to send it out of bounds. Or we've got a free kick. Can't tell if this is a throw or a free kick coming. Looks like a throw. Inbounds we come. Good step by Sapala. Newington again with the throw, though, as they move the chains. A few more yards up the field. Here is a nice long throw going toward that sideline. Out of bounds we go, and looks like it should have been off of Newington there. So Wethersfield will take the throw in front of the Eagles bench. Again, Wethersfield in the road whites, moving away from us here and our video in the first half. They'll be coming at us in the second half. Newington in the road blues.
And Dave, a substitution. Ward just came back in for Burnell.
All right, but we've got some action brewing inside the 18 now, and Keene is going to scoop that one up. Dangerous play for Wethersfield, but Daly and Daryl Malarkey there as well, as Wethersfield able to close the door on that one. Keene scoops it up. We stay 1-0 Newington. 16:30 unofficially remaining here in the first half. Bonfiglio again hustling up front. Couldn't quite get there, but she's going to get to this ball. Looks like he can keep it in bounds. Lays it off. Good turn from Schachtner. Ball goes toward the net, and just wide left. Nice play, though. Hustle from Bonfiglio. Good turn from Schachtner. Generated a shot. Just goes wide left.
Yeah, best chance for Wethersfield so far. And, you know, somebody needs to be on that left post, crashing that left post in case Wethersfield puts it wide. And whoever the player there was just a little bit late.
So we've gone under 16 minutes remaining here in the first half from the beautiful grass fields at Newington High School. The Nor'easters lead the Eagles 1-0. Penalty kick for Newington came just about 9 minutes into the action. A lot of contact there. That's got to draw something. No call on that. That draws the ire of the Wethersfield fans on the sideline. Riley Keene got out to that ball. Looked like she was going to get to it and scoop it up, but it's knocked out of bounds, and that's going to lead to, believe it's a throw from deep in the attacking third here, but looked like a ball that maybe there was some miscommunication between the two Wethersfield players. Wethersfield had a chance, at least looked like from our vantage point, to take control of it, but instead it'll be a throw.
Good job by Keene. When in doubt, kick it out.
Yep, that is the play. So good pressure there from Daly on the side. Here's a cross. Goes off of DeStefani. Daly now with the left foot, pokes it ahead. Wethersfield trying to get the ball out of trouble. Newington. Now ball plays back. Here's Kayla Ward back into the game, as we mentioned up front. Goes over the sideline into the Wethersfield bench. Ward will take the throw quickly. Goes up to Bonfiglio. Newington able to clear, though. Nice step here from Barnett. She turns the ball. Going to send it back to Darrell. Wethersfield trying to mount the attack, switching fields over to Daly, still in the backfield for the Eagles. She goes ahead. That's Sapala. She's pressured quickly by Newington. Ball goes out of bounds. Sapala goes down. Still in bounds, I should say. Ball still alive. Newington plays it forward. Daly is on the sideline. She's trying to shield a player, and Darrell's going to come all the way over from the other center back spot to take the ball. And it does finally roll out of bounds, but that's one of the dangers of the grass on a turf field. That clearly rolls out. That one took its time and almost didn't go out.
Yeah, good thing Darrell wasn't under too much pressure there, because she would have been in a real awkward spot if that ball had stopped.
All right, so it does go over the inline, so it's a goal kick. Lauren Darrell will take it for Wethersfield. The Eagles trail it 1-0. We are at the 13:45 mark, just under 14 minutes remaining here in the first half. Looks like that is Olivia Hobbs that got a foot on that ball, playing on the left side, midfield position. We do not get any sort of alert today. Realize how reliant I am sometimes on the horn and the PA announcer for the home games. Here comes, that looked like
she came in for Sapala, I believe.
Looked like we could have had a handball call in that last exchange as Newington was trying to come toward the top of the arc, but Wethersfield escapes. Hobbs turns the ball, sends it across. Lauren Darrell on the right side sends the ball ahead. Schachtner, quick touch, trying to find Darrell. She does. A little bit of open space for her to move. Left foots it up to Kayla Ward, but not able to make that connection. Ball comes all the way back. Emma Malarkey's going to chase it down in the right back spot. She'll keep it in bounds because it would not have gone out otherwise. Malarkey sends it forward. Avery Ford, quick touch. Plays Darrell now, who's back in the center of the field. Long ball played ahead. Newington with a nice step to get to it before it can get all the way through to Kayla Ward. You can see Wethersfield looking for the Kayla Ward option up front, trying to move some of those passes. Header by DeStefani, but it goes the wrong way for Wethersfield. Daly's going to get to it. Think she's going to have to play this ball. It would not have gone over the inline. Oh, and quick touch. Nice job by Newington. Ball stays in bounds initially. And what are we saying? We've got, looks like a throw for Newington. Coach Leone can't believe that when he, well, apparently he's not as upset with the call as he is with some of the communication defensively for the Eagles right now. Things have looked a bit shaky on the last couple of Newington attacks offensively. We've got to throw again deep in the attacking third for Newington. Comes in and quickly goes off. A Newington player over the inline, down the hill, over the river, and through the woods.
We've seen the last two possessions for Newington. They've played long balls that have rolled towards the goal line. Wethersfield's been content to let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. I think they got to be a little bit more aggressive because Newington's jumping on that. And that last one, Wethersfield got in some trouble, but Newington bailed them out by kicking that ball out of bounds.
All right, we'll see what Wethersfield can do with the ball. DeStefani is over on the left side. Darrell's going to take the ball, sends it over, goes up midfield looking for Hobbs. She's able to keep it in bounds, poked away by Newington, but here comes Wethersfield. Ward trying to get to it near the midline. Newington in control. Not a lot of pressure up top. Header by Daly, but again, goes the wrong way. That goes into the 18. Keene is out. Makes the step. A collision. No whistle. Wethersfield escapes there, but they will give up the corner kick. A little bit of miscommunication potentially again as Darrell came back. Keene came out. Little hesitation. She did not get to the ball, but thankfully the shot goes for Wethersfield. Shot goes wide. No call on the contact, and we get a corner from right in front of us. We're going to have a good view of this one.
Yeah, if Riley Keene decides to go, she's got to go. She didn't really think twice when she started going, and she broke up that play effectively.
All right, nobody on either post for Newington. Here comes the kick. Looks like it'll be a left-footed ball. Line drive into Emma Malarkey. She lets it go right to Riley Keene. Hopefully there was communication on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're real close to this. I didn't hear much communication. And just think if there was a Newington player behind there. That's the easiest goal they're ever going to score.
Yeah.
Wethersfield just a little bit too passive with the ball. Go get it. Go take it. Don't give Newington the time.
And the Eagles, speaking of the time, we're 10 minutes left in the first half. Wethersfield trails Newington 1-0. Eagles have not been able to generate much in the way of offense here against this stingy Newington defense. And again, it was a scoreless tie the last full game they played against each other back on October 10th. Wethersfield did get a goal in the rain-shortened and thus nullified partial game that happened on October 20th. Here's Newington again playing the ball forward. DeStefani's got to run all the way back to it. That is a long sprint for DeStefani, a lot of contact, and I'm not even sure we got a call on the contact more so than the ball just rolling out of bounds. That is the case. Throw comes in. The officials are letting them play, as we like to say.
Except on the PK.
Hobbs with the ball, sends it into the center circle. Schachter sends a high one down the side. Kayla Ward gets to it first. Can she load up the left foot? She's got an angle potentially. Lets it go. Nice save by the keeper. Ball still alive. Wethersfield trying to get to it. Knocked out of there by Newington, and that draws a whistle. Perhaps a handball or perhaps too much contact. It does not look like it's going to go in Wethersfield's favor.
Yeah, the Newington player down in the box. I didn't see how she got there, but that's what the call is.
So that was really the first time in this game, in this first half, that Wethersfield has been able to successfully get Kayla Ward into a dangerous position.
Clock is being stopped here for the injury.
All right, we will do our best to stop our unofficial clock here. So we know we're going to be a little bit off of this. We're showing just under 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Again, official time being kept by the referees on the field. We do not have a clock here at our disposal, but we do believe about 8.5 minutes remaining here in this first half. We had a stoppage earlier for the PK, which is how Newington got their goal. The Nor'easters lead Wethersfield 1-0. Wethersfield is in the road whites. They're moving away from us on the video here in the first half. They'll be coming right at us in the second half. Hopefully, Tom, they're just saving all of the scoring opportunities for that second half when we can get the up-close video view and send it to all. How many viewers do we have right now, Tom?
11, Dave.
11 people enjoying this on just an absolutely gorgeous sunny October afternoon. There's another whistle that stops a Wethersfield attack, and that draws again the ire of the Wethersfield contingent that's here on the sidelines. Thankfully, a little bit of shade right here on the parent sidelines, but none too happy as there's been some contact that has been let go, and if you are a Wethersfield fan, easy to see why you would think some of it has been let go to the disadvantage of the Eagles, but here we go. Avery Ford plays it over. Jillian Barnett right near the center circle goes across. Lauren Darrell's going to get to it, but a little bit away from her. Now she's looking for the next place to go. Lauren Darrell in the backfield, takes a little bit of space. Now sends sideline, looks like trying to find Malarkey on that overlapping run. Bonfiglio was up there battling for it. Emma Malarkey now all the way up, gets to the ball, sends it across. It looks like Hobbs got it there, sends the ball in toward the 18. Bonfiglio there, but she was sandwiched by, looked like 3 Newington defenders on that one. Shackner got to it. She's going to send it back, not able to make the initial connection. Wethersfield will control, though. Lauren Darrell all the way up from center back, taps it over to Emma Malarkey. Wethersfield has to be cautious of the quick counterattack here as they've got a lot of folks up in the offensive attacking half. That was a nice ball played. Looked like Shackner sent it across. Avery Ford had an opportunity, but just not able to get all of that one. So Wethersfield denied again, still trailing Newington 1-0.
That's a tough volley. That ball was screaming in off the foot of Shackner, and Ford tried to take it out of midair. She got a foot on it, but not cleanly. And here's Newington ahead of the pack.
And Keene gets out just a couple of yards shy of the top of the 18 to make the save there. Lauren Darrell looks like she comes up a little bit hurting on that one, but she jogs it off. It will be a shock if she comes off the field at any point in this one. Nice save there by Keene, but again, Wethersfield giving up too much in the way of chances. Daly got just outside the 18, had some contact that could have been dangerous depending on the vantage point. Thankfully, the official was close to that one. No call was made. It gets to Keene. Wethersfield keeps Newington off the board. Not going to pretend that we have anything close to the official time again as our clock keeper, which would also be your play-by-play analyzer, did not start the clock. So we know there is something less than 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. We're deep into the half. Wethersfield still trying to find their first scoring opportunity. Couple of shots on net, but nothing that has been a monumental save by Newington's keeper. There's another one on net, but right at the keeper. She handles it nicely. She'll send it now toward the center circle. High ball played ahead. Jillian Barnett trying to step to it for Wethersfield. Ball poked ahead by Newington. It gets away from the Nor'easters into the Wethersfield bench. It'll go back Wethersfield way. DeStefani will take the throw. 1-0 Newington. We thank our trusty remote correspondents. This is a rarity for us to do a road game, so we're also getting score updates from our usual
here we go.
correspondents. Bonfiglio with an opportunity in the 18. Nice step by Newington's back line. Shackner keeps the ball in bounds, keeps it from going out of bounds on the sideline. Emma Malarkey had it. Now that's cleared. Nice switch of the fields there by Newington. And that is really the MO so far for the Nor'easters. They're trying to play the long ball and really get those one-on-one opportunities up front against Wethersfield's defensive backs.
Wethersfield back line, all excellent one-on-one defenders.
DeStefani played that one nicely. She'll take the throw. Get it back to Daly. Back to Ford. Jillian Barnett now moving toward the midline. Wethersfield trying to mount an attack. Newington trying to defend. Kayla Ward with the ball in her feet. Sends it across. Ball played in. That's Bonfiglio giving chase up front in the 18. Cleared way over the sideline. So Wethersfield will get a throw out of that in front of the Newington bench. It's the second time now Coach Wilkinson for Newington's had to chase the ball down. Nice kick to get the ball.
Pretty good touch.
That was a nice turn on that one. Wethersfield could use that moving toward the net. Avery Ford now. She's going to let one fly. Goes in toward the goal. Gets over Bonfiglio, and that bounces into the arms of Newington's keeper. Wethersfield denied again, trailing Newington 1-0. Somewhere under 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Good deflection by Hobbs up front. Let's see which way that ball's going to go. And that draws some applause from the Wethersfield fans here on the sideline, as they are grateful to see a call and the arm of the official moving Wethersfield's way. Darrell's going to jog all the way up. Looks like this must be a free kick coming as opposed to a throw. So Lauren Darrell is going to take it. We're over near the Newington bench. Looks like probably, we'll just guess from here, that we're probably 35 to 40 yards out from the net. Here she goes, right-footed ball, line drive, goes in toward the 18. Can anybody get there for Wethersfield? Bonfiglio had a chance. Barnett gave chase. It's going to go, and that's a one-hopper wide right that'll be scooped up by the Newington keeper.
I was worried that Darrell wouldn't have the normal leg that she has to be able to serve that in the box, but that was a fantastic ball. Wethersfield was competitive there, didn't win the battle in the box, but that was a perfectly played ball by Darrell.
All right, so Wethersfield still kept off the scoreboard, out of the back of the net. They trail it 1-0. Here's Kayla Ward, though. Nice ball played ahead to her. She unloads with the left foot. That's going to be a two-hopper, though, to the keeper. Looks like that might have gone wide left into the side of the net had the keeper not scooped that one up. So good opportunity again for Ward. Maybe let it fly a little too early there. Could have taken a little bit more space and loaded up on that one.
Yeah, she had, I think, Schachner and Bonfiglio in the box there, one-on-one matchup. So had that ball been played a little bit further away from the goalie, could have been interesting.
But easy for two guys up on the hill to say as we watch this action.
Better than over the hill.
Debatable for some of us here, but
Some of us.
back into the action we
do we
go.
have?
To Stephanie. Well, we got a full crew here today. To Stephanie into Avery Ford. Schachner tries to make the turn. Still got it. Sends it across. Wethersfield trying to find Bonfiglio. She has been well defended, though, when the ball's gone her way. Here's Schachner again. Quick touch. Looking for Bonfiglio again. She's got Malarkey potentially making an overlap, but that ball goes behind. Look at Bonfiglio chase down to try to win it back, though. Ball played ahead by Newington. Nice step there from Daly to get to it before Newington could get a handle on that one.
Oh, they're saying it kept her on.
All right, so we get no arm up, but that ball's going to roll to Riley Keene. She gets well off her line to scoop that one up. It'll be a punt coming for Wethersfield.
Roll out to Darrell.
Roll out. Thought it might be a punt. Roll out to Darrell. Plenty of space, a lot of green grass in front of her. Now she'll send a line drive across looking for Ward. Ward's got the ball on her foot, tries to pull it back. She does. Now she's got a little bit of an angle. Moving toward the middle, trying to load up the left, sends it off to Hobbs down the left side, just outside the 18. Tried to get the ball back to Ward, and again, that communication just a little off. Wethersfield denied again, but here is Malarkey trying to keep the ball in the offensive half. Newington will step to it. Good pressure from Schachner. A lot of contact. Ball goes over the side, and it'll go back to Newington. We've got substitutions into the game for the Nor'easters. We are down to what should be the final 2 minutes, probably more like 90 seconds or less remaining here in this first half. Again, if you're just joining us, Wethersfield in the road whites. They trail Newington 1-0. Newington scored their goal off a penalty kick with about 9 minutes gone in this first half. Wethersfield needs a win to claim their third consecutive CCC North Division title and advance to next week's conference tournament. Nice step there from DeStefani. Gets the ball ahead to Hobbs in the center circle, makes a nice turn, gets it to Avery Ford. It's the third time we've seen a Wethersfield player go down on the turf, and that's going to be the first half, so our timing was off as we didn't manage our clock well. But we end the first 40 minutes here from Newington with the Nor'easters on top of Wethersfield 1-0. We will take about a 10-minute break and be back with the second half. Welcome back to Newington High School. It is just about second half time here. The Wethersfield Eagles wrap up their huddle around Coach Tony Leone. Wethersfield in the road whites today. They trail at halftime 1-0. A penalty kick goal from the Nor'easters of Newington. Just about 9 minutes into the action is the only scoring so far. Wethersfield settled down after a bit of a shaky start. Probably won the possession battle in terms of more time with the ball in the Eagles' offensive half of the field, but not really much in terms of scoring threats. A couple of decent chances that ended up being shots on goal and saves by Newington's keeper, but nothing really dangerous for Wethersfield in that first half. They've got to turn it on because the Eagles need a win to claim their third consecutive CCC North Division title. A tie here most likely leads to a three-way finish at the top of the North Division, but Wethersfield is the odd team out in the lottery system and would not advance to the conference tournament, so the Eagles have to find a way to first get the equalizer, even this thing at 1, and then find another goal to take home the win. We are just underway here now, second half. Newington in the home blues will take over. Newington will move away from us on the video here in the second half. Wethersfield's offensive attack will be coming right at us, so hopefully a lot of good video coming our way here in this second half. Again, if you're just joining us, we're just underway in the second half. Newington in blue leads Wethersfield in white. 1-0 is the score. Here is a shot turn around, but look at the Lauren Darrell deflection. Collision there. That is going to draw the whistle, which we'll see how the second half is officiated. A lot of contact in the first half went on without a whistle. That one does draw one, so we've got a free kick here early for Newington in their offensive half of the field. They lead it 1-0. Just underway, about a minute into the second half. Wethersfield's going to look to mark up and defend this. Nobody on either post, but here comes some action moving toward the goal for Newington. Ball into the 18, bounces once, twice. DeStefani gets a foot on it. Wethersfield trying to clear it out. Ward sends it ahead. Look at the hustle there from Burnell. She got knocked, it looked like maybe in the face a little bit as she went after that ball. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield.
You can hear Keene on that last chance for Newington. Away. As far as we are away from her, she's telling her teammates, clear that ball away. I'm not going to be able to get there.
Good communication there. Kayla Ward makes a turn. Avery Ford now with the ball. Plays it ahead. Got an opportunity for Bonfiglio into the 18. That is tapped out of bounds by Newington. That's going to lead to a set piece. Corner kick coming for the Eagles. Early chance opportunity here in the second half. We're just about a minute and a half in. Wethersfield trails at 1-0, but Bonfiglio has been active up front. She did not make the start today, but has come in and provided a lot of activity at the front of the attack. So Wethersfield has a corner kick. Looks like Emma Malarkey is up from the right back spot to take it. Bonfiglio lines up essentially near post, just toward the top of the 6. Burnell is far post, right at the top of the 6 position. Ward is inside the 18, center of the field, right about the penalty spot. Here comes the kick. Ball comes in, goes all the way across. Oh, Ward almost had a header opportunity. Burnell with a header opportunity. Ball still alive inside the 18 for Wethersfield. Poked out of there by Newington. Daly's going to chase it down. Can she get to it? Collision in midfield. Players go down. Ball still alive. No whistle. Daly, nice shield to turn the ball. She goes down. No whistle. A lot of action there in the center circle. Good step by DeStefani now as the ball comes to the sideline in front of the parents. Avery Ford taps it ahead. Burnell, quick touch, gets it ahead. Sapala now down the left side, able to make the turn, sends the ball in toward the 18. Bonfiglio there, but cleared initially by Newington. Still alive for Wethersfield. Burnell with a tap back to Stephanie all the way up. Left-footed shot goes in. 2 hops and off of the keeper. Look at Bonfiglio there again in the right spot. And we thought that ball might have deflected off the keeper. I guess it went off of either nobody or Bonfiglio. It's going to be a goal kick coming here for Newington.
Great work from Wethersfield. I think that was DeStefani serving that ball in. She beat her defender to the ball and served that right in, and Bonfiglio was just a couple of feet from being there. But that's the kind of chances Wethersfield's got to create, and it's good to see them doing it so early in the half.
Just over 3 minutes into this second half. Wethersfield trails at 1-0, but has certainly been the aggressor here to start the second half. Some good opportunities early, including a corner kick that ended up not leading to a shot, but Wethersfield trying to generate some offense. They've got to get the equalizer on the board here. Ball played ahead. Malarkey sends it up. Bonfiglio got surrounded by 3 players, not able to get to it. Newington going to take over. Good pressure from Ford. That ball's going to go, boy, Coach Leone thought it was a Wethersfield throw, but it'll go to Newington in front of the Eagles bench. Throw comes in. Nor'easters try to go the other way. Good step from Avery Ford. Good tap there from Malarkey. Sends the ball over the sideline and on to another field. Looks like we'll have somebody chase that one down, but hopefully, no, we're going to get a Newington player to chase that one down halfway on to the adjacent field here. Unofficially, we are just over 4 minutes into the second half, about 35-40 remaining here in the game. Again, there is no overtime in CCC regular season games, so a tie would be the result if that's the way it is at the end of regulation, but Wethersfield has work to do to even get it there. Eagles trailing 1-0. Newington moving the other way. Good step from DeStefani, but still alive for Newington. On the right side now are the Nor'easters. Good pressure there from, looked like Sapala able to get there. Now DeStefani joins in the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. That should, boy, I thought that was going to go Wethersfield way, but it'll stay with Newington. It appears to be a throw deep in the attacking third for the Nor'easters. About as close as you can get without it being a corner kick. Throw comes in, short, goes back to the sideline. Now high ball played in toward the 18. Good step there by Wethersfield. Eagles trying to turn the ball back the other way. A lot of action in the shadows in that corner, and that will get the ball back to Wethersfield. So a throw coming for the Eagles. Just over 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Newington leads at 1-0. Ball comes in. Avery Ford now going to get it, send it down the side, trying to find the through ball for Burnell. She got to it, but had to play it quickly. Ball bouncing around, header after header after header. Burnell on her foot, poked away from her. Sapala takes over, trying to come down the sideline. Able to hook it. She goes down. Another Newington player goes down. Bonfiglio up front. Look at the hustle there. Able to tap the ball over to Kayla Ward. Got an opportunity potential, but she's surrounded quickly. Trying to load up the left foot. Pulls it back. Now goes right. Taps it through to Bonfiglio inside the 18. Now Burnell. Low ball. Deflects off a defender. Bonfiglio got there. Collision with the keeper. No harm, no foul, though. Nice save. A good job by Newington's keeper to come off her line and scoop that one up. But again, Wethersfield on the attack here in the second half as they work desperately to try to even this one up. Newington with a 1-0 lead. Just about 6 minutes gone here in this second half.
You got to like what you've seen from Wethersfield so far. Only a couple minutes in, already a corner kick, a couple of services in the box that have been dangerous. Bonfiglio's been a couple of feet away from putting it in the net. I think Wethersfield's going to break the seal here.
All right, they've been held off the scoreboard so far. Newington with a 1-0 lead, but here come the Eagles again. Sapala coming down the field, left foots it, hooks it up. Look at Burnell with the hustle. She's going to get to it before it gets out of bounds. Burnell now settles. Turned away. Good defense there by Newington. Sends the ball back to DeStefani. The two sophomores working with each other here. Burnell has it just on the sideline. She'll switch it over to Avery Ford, now one of the senior captains. Ford. Ball played in toward the 18. Looking for Bonfiglio again. She might have a chance to get to it, and it'll get away over the end line. So that will be another opportunity where the Eagles do not generate a shot on goal. But, again, you love the aggressive play. Bonfiglio working hard up front. Nice work here on the sideline between the two sophomores, DeStefani and Burnell. Goal kick coming for Newington, though. They hold on to the 1-0 lead. We've got 32-40 unofficially remaining in the game. We're in the second half here from Newington High School. It's the battle for CCC North Division bragging rights. A win for the Eagles gives them the title, the division title for the third year in a row. A win for Newington would presumably secure the title for them. A tie, though, leaves Wethersfield on the outside looking in for next week's conference tournament by most assessments and most likely outcomes here. So Wethersfield needs the win to, as the saying goes, Tom McCarter, control their own destiny. Can destiny really be controlled? We don't know.
We're going to find out.
We're going to hope that Wethersfield can put two in the back of the net before this one is over. Whistle blows. That's going to send the ball back to Newington. Inside their offensive half, free kick will come from the left side. Too far out to be much of a scoring threat here, but you watch for the second and third opportunities that may come. Wethersfield has to mark up. Newington lines up their attack. Nobody on the posts. High ball goes down toward the left side. Lauren Darrell's going to get to it for Wethersfield. Malarkey lays it off for Ford, sends it back to Darrell. She's got some space. She should send this one. It's a low ball, played ahead to Ward. Ward approaching the midline, but still in the backfield for Wethersfield. That ball is hooked in toward the center circle. Newington waiting for it. Ward had it. Looks like Ford battling. Sapala, quick touch in the center circle, back to Ford. Nice ball played ahead. Can Wethersfield get there? Bonfiglio got to it, got knocked off the ball, no whistle. Play on, say the officials. Ward has the ball now in the middle of the field. Looks like trying to move it to her left foot, but defended nicely so far. Maybe a little opportunity. She's going to let it fly, and that's going to go high and over the goal. You could see that one coming. Kayla Ward wanted to get that shot. She had the ball 25 to 30 yards away. Moved it, got an opportunity, but sent it high over the goal. So Wethersfield turned away again. They still trail Newington 1-0. We are approaching the 10-minute mark. 10 minutes gone here in the second half. About 30 minutes of soccer left for us here on this gorgeous 70-degree sunny day. Conditions are great for everything but the scoreboard at this point, where Newington leads Wethersfield 1-0. If you're an Eagles fan, you are awaiting the seal to be broken and a chance for Wethersfield to even this one up. Battle on the sideline, goes out of bounds. That'll go Newington way. Throw coming for the Nor'easters. Just past the midline from our vantage point. With the shadows and the sunlight, it's hard, and the not bright white field marking, hard for us to know exactly where the ball is from our vantage point. That's why we need more of the action to come this way with Wethersfield on the offensive attack. Ball played ahead. Bonfiglio's got a chance. She'll get to it before it gets over the inline. Can she do anything with it? She does. She's going to generate a corner for Wethersfield. Nicely done. The hustle from Bonfiglio deflects off the Newington player. That's going to be a corner kick. Emma Malarkey is up to take it. Let's see how Wethersfield lines this one up. Looks like Brunell's going to take her spot near the top of the 6. Here comes the ball. Quickly played in. Can Wethersfield get to headed by Brunell? It's in the net! Oh, Brunell off the corner kick from Emma Malarkey, and Wethersfield has tied this one up at 29:05 here in the second half.
You know, you said it on the call there, Dave. It was a little bit of a quick kick. I was watching Julia Daly because she's typically Wethersfield's most reliable player getting their head on the ball on corner kicks, and that ball was served a little bit quickly. May have caught Newington a little bit off guard, and the smallest player in the box gets her head on the ball and ties this game up.
So it is Brunell from Malarkey off the corner kick. We are tied 1-1, brand new ball game. We'll restart the clock. We're just under 29 minutes remaining here in the second half. 1-1 game. Newington scored first. They led at halftime 1-0, but Alana Brunell off the header, off the nice corner kick service from Emma Malarkey gets the Eagles back in this one, tied at 1. We'll see if that can be a momentum builder for the Eagles as they need the win again to take the conference to the division title and move into the conference tournament. Newington trying to respond deep in that far corner for the Nor'easters. Down goes Newington's attacker that draws a whistle. It looks like that'll be a free kick coming, so this could be a dangerous opportunity. Wethersfield needs to mark up and defend well. For Brunell, that is her second consecutive game with a goal. See if we can get her total for the season. Unofficially, we have her with 6 goals now on the season. Nicely done off the corner kick. Good service from Malarkey. Tied at 1 here from Newington. Less than 28 minutes to go. That ball comes all the way across, headed by Wethersfield. Eagles trying to get to it. Wethersfield in the road whites. They're coming our way here in the second half. Newington in their home blues going away from us offensively. Good battle, and look at the turn from Ward. We've got an opportunity brewing. Wethersfield, left-footed ball from Ward. Bonfiglio gives chase. It's inside the 18. Tap back to the keeper. Good pressure from Bonfiglio. Cleared out quickly by Newington's keeper. Header by Brunell, and that goes right to Newington. They're going to be able to clear out. Wethersfield denied on that initial attack, but DeStefani with a step, trying to keep it in the offensive half for the Eagles. The ball gets away from Sapala, cleared ahead. Newington trying to go down the right sideline. One-on-one battle. Daly's going to get to it, poke it over the sideline, and Wethersfield gets out of danger there after being turned away. Game still tied at 1. Throw coming for Newington. About 27 minutes remaining here in the second half. No scoreboard, no clock for us to take advantage of today, so we're keeping time ourselves, so we will let you know that any time we give you is going to be unofficial. The gentleman in orange on the field will have the official clock. We think we're pretty close, though. We'll call it 26:30 remaining here in this one. 1-1 game. Nice job by Sapala to get ahead. Burnell with the hustle, able to get around. A lot of contact there defensively. Good battle from Burnell. Ball goes over the sideline. Wethersfield's going to win the throw just inside the midline in front of the Wethersfield cheering section. DeStefani comes up to take it, gets it to Sapala. See if she can hook that left-footed ball. She does. It's all the way across into the 18. That's going to be scooped up by Newington's keeper.
Looks like Wethersfield has flip-flopped the positions of Ward and Bonfiglio. Ward's up top, and Bonfiglio's dropped into midfield a little bit.
So trying to mix up the attack are the Eagles as they've found the equalizer. Now they need the go-ahead goal. Newington trying to go the other way and respond after losing their lead. We're just about a little over 14 minutes into this second half. 1-1 game. Wethersfield's goal came from Alana Burnell just a few moments ago after Newington went into the half with a 1-0 lead. 1-1 is the score now. Sapala with the ball for Wethersfield. Nice turn to bring it back. Gets it over to Avery Ford. Ford's going to switch fields. Look for Bonfiglio now. Here she is in that new position you talked about, middle of the field. Lays it off. Tries to get it to Ward. Newington steps in, but here's Barnett. Barnett ahead to Ward. You can see her always thinking about trying to load up the left foot. She serves the ball into the box looking for Burnell. Cleared out of there by Newington. Ball off the shoulder of a Newington player. Rolling the wrong way if you're an Eagles fan. There's a good step by Lauren Darrell. Gets it ahead. Ward, nice tap. Darrell making the overlap. She's going to send one toward the net. And that could have been hard to handle for the keeper. Nice job by Newington's keeper as Darrell played the ball to Kayla Ward, who tapped it back to Darrell, who made the overlap, and a nice right-footed shot went all the way on the fly to the keeper.
Had that one come from the opposite sideline, the goalie would have had the sun to contend with, and it could have gotten even more interesting.
Wethersfield trying to keep this one interesting as they come this way again. Bonfiglio to Ward, cleared by Newington. Nice catch on the side there from Coach Leone. Gives it a bounce, and he's going to wait for one of his players. Gives it another bounce. Looks like Malarkey will come up from the right back position to take the throw. We had a substitution into the game, and I missed which side it was. The throw comes in, Shackner's into the game, so that might have been the pause and the whistle there. Shackner up front for the Eagles. Burnell on the left side of the attack. Looks like Ward took a seat. Ward came up a little gingerly after that last run when she made the pass off to Lauren Dale. She's actually going through some stretching on the sideline, so hopefully we will see more of Kayla Ward before this one is over. But Allison Shackner into the game. She has had some offensive firepower for the Eagles this season. Let's see what Wethersfield can do to find another chance to try to take the lead now as they've evened it up. It's 1-1. Sapala down the left side. Ball's going to stay in bounds. Sapala's got it. Left-footed shot coming in toward the 18. It was more of a cross. Burnell able to step to it. Cleared out of there by Newington, but here's Sapala again, just outside the 18 in front of us. In toward it. A nice diving save. What a photo that would have been if you were a photographer. Nice diving save. Full extension on the left-footed ball from Sapala. Burnell in the action as well. That's been the story of this second half. Wethersfield much more aggressive, generating much more activity here in the offensive half of the field. Newington really has been more on their heels defensively than they were in that first half. 1-1 game. Daly with a nice battle pulls it back. She looked like she was being full-on held on that one. But no whistle, play on. A lot of contact in the center circle with Shackner. She's able to get the ball forward. Bonfiglio now. She'll get to it first. This led to a corner kick last time for the Eagles, and that led to the Eagles' goal. Bonfiglio now pulls it back. Here's Malarkey coming up on the run, sends it in toward the 18s, cleared out before it gets to the keeper. Ball bouncing around, a lot of open space on that far side. Darrell's going to get to it right at the midline in front of assistant coach Todd Schwed. Here's the ball off to Malarkey now. Deflected by a Newington player. It goes into the Wethersfield bench. It'll be a throw coming for the Eagles. Malarkey's going to take it, looking for Shackner up front, headed out by Newington. So Wethersfield moves the chains. Another throw will come. Eagles trying to find a way now to get a second one in the back of the net. Shackner goes down, and let's see what the call is going to be. Looks like nothing. All right. It's going to go the other way. Newington will take the throw. Substitution coming into the game for the Nor'easters. Wethersfield definitely much different offensively here in this second half. Much more pressure applied to the Newington back line. A great save just moments ago from Newington's keeper. Wethersfield needs to keep the pressure on and try to get the go-ahead goal here.
There's a good chance.
Here is a chance into the 18. Bonfiglio and Burnell both in the area, but nice solid play there. That's what you want, though, is close proximity from your attackers in case there is a fumble or a rebound on that initial grab by the keeper, but nothing doing there. And a little contact didn't seem like maybe that much from our vantage point, but Lauren Darrell draws the foul. Going to get a little talking to from the official as she seemed to be visibly unhappy with that call. Get some commentary from the sidelines, the Eagles contingent here. Free kick taken by Newington. Goes in toward the 18. It's going to bounce once right to Riley Keene. She's there to scoop it up. So we are about 19 minutes into this second half. A little under 21 minutes remain in what is now a 1-1 game. But again, if you're Wethersfield, you need this one to end with the Eagles on top. That ball got away from Sapala. It's going to be a throw coming now for Newington. Ball down the right side. Nor'easters on the attack. Good pressure from DeStefani. Newington still with the ball as they go deep into the corner. Try to cross into the 18, but good step from Daly. Cleared out of there by DeStefani. A lot of battling going on for the ball. Avery Ford going to get to it. One-on-one. Nice tackle there. Comes away with the ball. She sends it ahead for Shackner. Right through the center circle now. Allison Shackner poked away by Newington. Wethersfield trying to chase after that one. They get it away from Newington. Good job on the far side by Malarkey. Emma Malarkey sends the ball forward. It goes out of bounds, though. It looks like we'll get an Eagles substitution at the next opportunity. Emma Cruz will come back into the game for Wethersfield. Has to wait for a different opportunity as the Newington throw is not a substitution opportunity for Wethersfield. Newington sends the ball forward. Daly settles. High ball now going toward the center circle. Headed by Newington there. It's bouncing way up in the air. Burnell after it. She's able to poke it forward. Not able to connect with Bonfiglio, though. Newington sends it back, but here comes now. Looks like Barnett had a chance on that ball. Send it to the sideline. It'll be which way? Wethersfield throw?
Wethersfield substitution. That's why the aggressive whistle blowing.
All right, so with the throw for Wethersfield, Emma Cruz is able to come into the game. She'll replace Sapala. She gets a nice hand from the Wethersfield contingent. She was active here on the sideline in front of the Wethersfield cheering section. Created some opportunities for the Eagles, able to make a couple of turns coming down the sideline and use her left foot to send the ball in toward the goal mouth. And we've got a free kick coming. Whistle blows. Not a ton of contact there, but it draws a whistle for the Eagles in Wethersfield's favor of a free kick coming. We're going to estimate this one, we'll call it 45 yards out. What do you think, Tom?
I think it's a little bit closer than that.
All right, 44 yards out.
It is within shooting range for Lauren Darrell.
All right.
If she's feeling it.
Here we go. Lauren Darrell, right foots it. She lays it off for Avery Ford. What's Wethersfield going to do? Here's the shot now back as Darrell got it. Not able to send it into the net. Got another opportunity. She sent a low-line drive that was deflected. She got another chance on it. Tried to load up with the right foot, and she did, but went wide right of the goal. So the score remains 1-1. We get a nice assist here from Mark Malarkey. He's going to chase that ball down in the forest that is behind the goal.
There might be two back there, actually. One from the first half. He's reading the play. He knows that Wethersfield needs the win here, and he knows that Newington is going to run out the clock if they can, and they're going to stall. So
there's a tie at this point. Works in Newington's favor. Then all they have to do is control what is in front of them, which is a game tomorrow against Bloomfield. A lot of contact there. Boy, more contact. Not sure that is. No whistle blows. Finally, the whistle comes, and it's going to go.
Oh, my.
Newington's way.
That's incredible.
That really seems questionable. There was a lot of contact both ways. Seems like Malarkey took a shoulder and then was knocked over from behind, but she's going to draw the infraction. So this is a potentially dangerous free kick coming up for Newington here. And again, we should say that the official there is much closer to the action than we are. So high ball played in off the free kick, and nicely done from Riley Keene. Got to it, went to both knees. A lot of contact there, and that's going to lead to a corner for Newington. If I was interpreting the signals correctly from the official, I thought Keene had that and the ball was knocked away from her on the collision, but doesn't matter again what I think. We got a corner kick set piece here for Newington. They're loading up to take it quickly. Wethersfield marks up, low line drive comes in, and that goes behind the net, gets all the way through. So Wethersfield escapes there. 1-1 game. We've got about 16 and a half minutes remaining here in the second half. Let's see if Wethersfield can regain some of the momentum. They came out first 10 minutes, especially of that second half, very aggressive, got a goal out of it to tie things up. But now the game has slowed a little bit. Wethersfield has been able to, Newington I should say, has been able to sap some of the momentum. Good play from Emma Malarkey on the far side.
Ward is back in the game as well. She came in for Shackner at that last substitution.
So good to see that. Ward had gone out, had to do a little stretching, hopefully just a cramp situation. And she is back. Wethersfield wants to turn the ball into the offensive half. Here's a kick from Newington, goes across. Let's see if that got deflected at all or if that will be a Wethersfield goal kick. Got a substitution. Looks like Sapala going to come back into the game. She'll replace Cruz. So Wethersfield and Newington tied at 1. About 15, a little over 15 minutes remaining here in the second half. Goal kick coming for Wethersfield. Eagles are in their road whites. They're coming our way on the offensive end. We'll hope the ball gets a little closer and the action gets a little closer to our camera vantage point. Any time now. You know, 1-1 game, the more you can have the ball in your offensive half, the better chance that at least you're not going to give up the quick counterattack. Nice header there. Wethersfield trying a good job by Lauren Darrell. She's going to clear. Got some space to move now. Where will she send it? Look at Burnell making the run.
Good run.
All the way across the field. Darrell saw her trying to get the ball there. Burnell's going to get to it. And let's see. That's going to lead to a throw for Wethersfield. So nice job. You could see from all the way across the field, Burnell with the hand up, getting the attention of Lauren Darrell. Pass comes ahead. Not a clean connection, but enough of one to get a throw. Here it is in toward the 18, trying to find Bonfiglio. Goes back to Burnell. Ward now's got a chance. Loads up the left foot. That goes right on the fly to the keeper. But that's what we talked about, a little bit of hesitation as she juggled that one. Good job by Avery Ford to come in case the ball went to the ground. But Wethersfield turned away on that shot. Still 1-1. 14 minutes remaining here in the second half. Good step by DeStefani. Dangerous play, though. She sent it across and cleared over the sideline. DeStefani sent the ball back toward the middle of the field where Darrell had no choice but to send it across the sideline. So a deep throw now for Newington. That's sent into the parent section. It'll be another throw a few yards further into the attacking half for Newington. 1-1 game. 13:30 remaining here in the second half. Can Wethersfield find another one? They've gotten a goal here in this half to even things up. Can they find another one to take the lead and come out of here with a victory? Got a substitution for the Eagles.
Lily Staubach?
Does look like Lily Staubach going into the game. Lauren Darrell going to take a seat. We'll keep an eye on that one, see if it's just a rest situation or something else. We mentioned earlier she is playing the game with the left thigh heavily wrapped. Has not seemed to be an issue to this point. I hope that continues to be the case. Getting a little bit of attention from assistant coach Todd Schwed as she came off the field. Hasn't made it all the way over to the bench yet as Wethersfield tries to come the other way. Kayla Ward wins a one-on-one battle. Avery Ford with a quick touch. Bonfiglio is going to get the ball in the middle field, switches fields over to Sapala now. Left foot, lays it off for Burnell. Burnell defended well, and that's cleared over the sideline. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield. So again, the aggressive offensive play. Sapala scoops it up quickly. Staubach is in at left back now. DeStefani has moved into a center back position with Daly. Malarkey still at the right back position. Nice header by Barnett. Nice play from Sapala. Ball still alive for Wethersfield. Burnell's going to get to it. Waves off Sapala. She's got two defenders to beat. Pulls the ball back. Sends it across. Trying to find Bonfiglio. Look at Barnett get to it. Taps it ahead. Try to find Ward. Ward little bit challenged there, not able to fully move off the position she was in for fear of going offside, and the ball just put a little bit far away there. So Wethersfield turned away on that opportunity. It is 1-1. We are under 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. Wethersfield needs a goal to claim the victory and claim a berth in next week's CCC conference tournament. Header by Malarkey, a lot of contact in the center circle again. Ball played ahead, nice step by Daly. Look at Bonfiglio, try to get to it on the sideline, not quite able to do so. Ball goes over the side, it'll be a throw for Newington. The two coaches, Tony Leone paces in front of the Wethersfield bench. Adam Wilkinson barking instructions to his team from the extended Newington bench. Wethersfield able to take over, but they send it back to Newington. High ball toward the midline, off the back of Malarkey. Bonfiglio claims it, sends it ahead to Ward. She makes a turn. She's got some steam now, moving toward the middle of the field. Kayla Ward about to the top of the arc, taps the ball over to Sapala, who sends the ball into the net! Eliana Sapala off the pass from Kayla Ward, and Wethersfield leads it 2-1.
Wow. What a great play by Wethersfield from back to front. Ward picks up a head of steam. She's cutting in. Everybody in the place thinks she's going to take a shot. She draws about 3 or 4 defenders, lays it perfectly off for Sapala, who buries it on the underside of the bar. What a big goal for Wethersfield.
So unofficially, that one at the 10:44 mark. We're under 11 minutes remaining in the half. Wethersfield has come all the way back. They've taken now a 2-1 lead. Goals from Alana Burnell and Eliana Sapala. Wethersfield up on Newington 2-1. We restart the clock. We're under 11 minutes to go, probably about 10 and a half minutes. Unofficially, we got no clock to look at to confirm that. We can't see the officials' watch, but we think we're pretty close. Wethersfield now trying to cling and hang on to the 2-1 lead and claim what would be the third consecutive CCC North Division title for the Eagles.
Looks like Ward just got hit, maybe in the stomach, knocked her wind out of her or something. She's in pain over there on the sideline. It's come off the field.
So Kayla Ward's going to go to the side. Got the assist on that last goal on really what was a selfless play there. Played the decoy role.
And look at what a long, tough season does. 2 players who never come off the field there. Ward and Darrell sitting on the sidelines, both in pain.
Let's see if the 11 on the field can hang on to this lead. Nice ball played ahead. Burnell almost able to get to it. Good job from Schachner trying to make something happen. Bonfiglio chases down on the sideline, pokes it over the side, gets a clap from Coach Leone, and he sends the troops back.
This is a point that Wethersfield hasn't been in the previous 70 minutes, where now they have to protect a lead, right? Newington came in at 0-0 with the lead because Wethersfield needed a win, then got the early goal. Now Wethersfield can't let up. They can't let Newington get possession down here. They got to keep their foot on the pedal.
That has been the story of the second half. Wethersfield has had the foot squarely on the gas offensively. Lots of chances. 2 of them have found the back of the net now. Nice job from Riley Keene on the one hopper. Wethersfield up 2-1, just about 9 minutes to go in the second half here from Newington High School. Over the head of Sapala, who got that last goal. There's Burnell, who got the first goal for Wethersfield. Burnell chases the ball down. It's played, gets through Barnett. Newington able to take over in the center circle, playing the ball forward down toward the other end of the field. Good touch pass there, but good step from DeStefani. She's going to send it across. Sapala's going to claim the ball in the backfield still for Wethersfield, left side. Quick touch, tries to find Avery Ford. She does. Over to sideline, Burnell. She taps it ahead. Barnett is there. Pokes it ahead. Ball moving forward. Look at Barnett chase after, and that is going to win a throw for Wethersfield. Good hustle leads to good things. A throw in the offensive half for the Eagles. Sapala has it. No hurry on this one as we approach the 8-minute mark. Lily Staubach's going to come up from that back position and take it.
Wethersfield yelling down the line, nothing backwards on the throw-in. No secret. They don't mind letting Newington know what they're going to do. They're just playing it to safety.
As Deion Sanders said about the Michigan sign stealing scandal, you can know what's coming, but you still got to stop it. Wethersfield not afraid to let Newington know what's coming here.
Down the line again.
Sapala looks. Have to think it's going to be to Burnell here down the line. Barnett came over to give a safety valve. Ball gets through. Schachner's got an opportunity, but that's going to roll to the keeper. Nice job. Newington's keeper has been active coming off her line and getting to 50-50 chances that if she had waited on, Newington would have been in even more trouble. Wethersfield up 2-1 in this one. We are approaching the 7-minute mark, 7 minutes remaining in the second half. Lauren Darrell seated on the sideline away from the Wethersfield bench, able to make that catch, gets the ball back into play now. Newington trying to find their equalizer as they've given up what was a 1-0 halftime lead. Look at Burnell on that ball. Sends it back, Malarkey, toward the middle of the field. Trying to find Barnett. Good battle there, taken away by Newington. In toward the center circle go the Nor'easters. Julia Daly is there to send a high kick in toward the center circle again. It's going to be headed. No, it's going to bounce. And now headed by Burnell. Looks like that might have gotten her on the face a little bit. She comes up holding the nose, but looks okay. Ball played ahead, though, by Newington. DeStefani is going to get to it in shield. She'll send it over toward the sideline.
DeStefani playing a new position since Lauren Darrell came out. Lily Staubach came in and slid out to the wide left position, but DeStefani's playing one of the center D back. I don't think I've seen her there all year.
Yep, that was the change that was made, and holding her own so far. She got to that ball first, shielded. Burnell's going to take a seat. Looks like Caitlin Malarkey into the game, going to play up front now. So Burnell, a great half. She got the first goal from Wethersfield off the corner kick that was served up by Caitlin's sister, Emma Malarkey. That was Wethersfield's first goal early in this half, and now they've added a second one off the foot of Eliana Sapala. And that looks like a handball call should come. Is that going to be, that's going to go against the Eagles. So it'll be a free kick right about the midline for Newington. We're under 6 minutes remaining, probably 5.5 to go here. Daly with a good battle. Sapala comes out of there with the ball. She approaches the left side. Now she's going to unload the ball down the sideline. Here's Caitlin Malarkey giving chase. Got one defender with her. And tapped over the side. It's going to be a deep throw for the Eagles here. Again, about as close as you can get to the corner without being a corner kick. And Wethersfield's going to send Lily Staubach up from the defensive backfield position to take the throw.
Wethersfield in time-wasting mode now, where the first 70 minutes they've been full pedal to the metal.
So we should be under 5 minutes to go in this one in the corner. Wethersfield content to keep it here. That ball bounced back in. Some English on that one to keep it in bounds. It's going to be another throw for the Eagles. Staubach will line it up to take it. Good assist again from Mark Malarkey on the sidelines here. He's had an active day. Staubach into the corner. Oh, and they get the illegal throw. As we tried, we've got 4 minutes. We think we just heard the official say. So we're a little off on our clock, but believe we just heard the 4-minute call. So Wethersfield has to hang on for 4 more minutes, but here come the Nor'easters on the attack. Emma Malarkey with the step for the Eagles. Taken away by Bonfiglio. She sends it forward looking for Shackner. Wethersfield has to be careful, but wow, that's a blatant shove in the back. You could see Coach Leone throw his arms up in the air. He had a great angle on that one, and so did the official as the whistle blows. Good aggressive play, but a little too much contact there, and Wethersfield will get a free kick out of this. So if we were 4 minutes in, we've got about 3 minutes, 15 seconds till this one is done. If you're just joining us, it has been an action-packed second half. Newington led at the half 1-0 off a penalty kick goal in the first half. Wethersfield tied it up initially early in the second half. Corner kick goal from Malarkey to the head of Alana Burnell, and then Kayla Ward served up Eliana Sapala, who just clears the ball out of bounds there. And that gave Wethersfield the 2-1 lead at about the 10-minute mark here. And we are under 3 minutes, unofficially about 2:45 to go. We've got a goal kick coming. We're going to hold the kick, and this might add a little bit of time as we get the substitution in.
Newington substitution, though.
Newington sub.
The clock.
So we think we are 2.5 minutes away from an Eagles victory, but we'll see how well we're doing at estimating that. Good header by Shackner to keep the ball here in the offensive half. Pressure there from Caitlin Malarkey. Wethersfield trying to keep the ball here, but Newington able to turn it. Good battle there, one-on-one to Stephanie. With a nice poke, good slide tackle, a lot of contact. So Stephanie sends the ball over the side. It'll be a Newington throw, but that's fine if you're an Eagles fan because that leads to a little more time coming off the clock. We should be right about 2 minutes, and wow, that's
Malarkey
Not sure who that is. Is that Emma Malarkey who got flattened there?
Yep, number 3 for Newington, getting a yellow card for ripping Malarkey to the ground.
So we've got our first booking of the day. That is a yellow.
Malarkey may have gotten one too. She's got her hands. I don't know which direction this is
Wow,
going.
okay. We're not sure what we're doing. We've got substitution potentially. We got to sub out the players. Whoever got a yellow, and we're about as far away from that as we can be, so we can't hear any of it there in terms of what the officials are discussing. They're going to talk it over. Clock is most likely stopped at this point, so we are going to be well off of any kind of timing in terms. We certainly will not be counting down the last 10 seconds here because we're well off of that, but I can tell you that we are at best a minute 15 from this one being over. In the second half, Wethersfield has scored 2 goals. The Eagles lead Newington 2-1. The officials still sorting out the action. Looks like we've got a free kick that will come now. It's going to go Newington's way, so perhaps you are correct. Perhaps that was an infraction or a booking against Malarkey. And now what do we got here? We're bringing it back to do it all over again. Not sure how the officials will manage this from a clock perspective. Presumably the clock stopped on the booking because there's a lot to do there with the substitutions, and especially the last 5 minutes. That's typically what you see, but they don't have anybody to signal to in terms of a clock operator, so it's just the official on his watch right now. We think we've got 90 seconds left in this game. We'll see how we are. Coach Leone all the way, looks like across the midline, barking instructions to his team as Wethersfield has to mark up here and keep this. And we're going to have another consult from the officials, so we'll try to pause our clock. We think 90 seconds to go. No clue at this point. Stoppage time may turn into something substantive here. So Newington was awarded a free kick. They took it. The whistle blew, and we brought the ball back where it looks like they're going to take another free kick. And now Coach Leone is getting an explanation. He doesn't necessarily seem thrilled, but not a lot of objection there. He just wants to get this one underway. Wethersfield in white, far away from us. Free kick coming for Newington. Not necessarily a shot right on net, but that ball's going to get served in. Wethersfield has to clear it out. Looks like Caitlin Malarkey able to get to it. Goes over the sideline. And what do we got? Oh, we got a cramp by the official. Oh, my gosh. The ref either turned an ankle, twisted a knee. He is hurting on that sideline. He can't get back. Newington able to send the ball forward. Boy, we certainly hope the official is okay and maybe just a cramp versus something worse. The last few seconds are going to tick down here. We've got to be under a minute. We have no idea exactly how much time. Ball in the center circle for Newington. Wethersfield leads 2-1. Desperately are the Eagles trying to get the ball back to secure this victory. Newington trying to move the ball toward the net. Riley Keene on her toes in front of that goal. And looks like the official is walking off whatever that was. It had to be a cramp. We've got a stoppage of the clock again as the ball sailed over the sideline. Wethersfield went to retrieve it, but it looks like it's going to be Newington ball, or do we have a freak? What do we have?
I think it's going to be a Wethersfield throw-in. Wethersfield may just have taken too long to get to that ball, and that's why they stopped the clock.
Delay of game warning potentially on the Eagles. Headed out of there by Newington into their bench. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield. And substitution, that definitely does stop the clock.
Gets Malarkey back into the game for Wethersfield.
So Malarkey must have gotten the booking there. Newington got the free kick and Malarkey went to the side, so we will assume that Emma Malarkey got a yellow card. No harm done so far for Wethersfield. DeStefani goes down as she kicks the ball. So our clock has expired unofficially, so we'll see what is left here as Caitlin Malarkey chases the ball down, forces that ball to go back to the keeper. Wow, you would have loved to have somebody there, and they in the vicinity charging the net, but here comes Emma Malarkey going to send a high ball to go over the sideline. That'll be a throw for Newington. We'll see what happens here as the Nor'easters throw it in quickly. They got the alternative. Ooh, that's a lot of contact there. That draws a whistle against Wethersfield. Looked like Barnett there with the contact. Going to be a free kick in the backfield for Newington.
You've got the crowd yelling, it's 43 minutes. They got their own clock.
We have no idea how much time is left on the clock. We think it's the final few seconds, but the official controls. Wethersfield just has to keep the ball away from Newington, keep the ball in this half of the field. Newington sends it over the midline, but there it's taken away. High ball played ahead. Sapala giving chase. Arms are moving. Good tap back by Newington to the goal. Can Sapala get there? The pressure by Sapala for the kick over the sideline. That's going to be a throw for Wethersfield. That should be about our last play of the game here. We'll see if this throw does go. The official checks the watch in front of us. He's going to let the throw happen. Staubach is all the way back. She got called for an illegal throw last time. Wants to rectify that situation here, but wants it to be short. Comes into Caitlin Malarkey. And that's the ball game. Wethersfield storms back in the second half to claim the 2-1 win over Newington. That secures for the Eagles a third consecutive CCC North Division crown and a berth next week in the conference tournament. Congratulations to Coach Leone and the Eagles. Goals coming in the second half from Alana Burnell off the corner kick service from Emma Malarkey, and then the game winner from Eliana Sapala off the assist from Kayla Ward.
Great second half by the Eagles. They started to turn it around in the end of the first half, but man, they out-hustled them. They were opportunistic. They dominated this, and great job protecting the lead, not by sitting back on defense in the final 10 minutes, but taking it to them the way they did the first 30.
So the Eagles close it out with both Kayla Ward and Lauren Darrell on the sideline. Hopefully they'll be back and ready for next week's action. Wethersfield with the comeback win, 2-1. They take the division crown. And stay with us, folks, here on Athletics WHS. We're going to pack up our equipment in Newington, head over to Catone. Boys take on Summers in the regular season finale. 3:45 kickoff for that one. Thanks for joining us.
Say hi, Dave.
Hey.
See you later.